Hi, I'm Austin Halewood and welcome to Talking Rugby Union TV. We're here at the Rugby Tonight Show at BT Sports Studios in London, and we're hoping to take a look round and see behind the scenes. Tonight's presenters on the Rugby Tonight Show are Craig Doyle, Martin Bayfield and World Cup winner Lawrence Dallaglio. And just a couple of weeks until the Six Nations now. What are your thoughts on England's chances?
Well, it's a tricky Six Nations for a lot of reasons. One, because it's after a Lions tour, and those campaigns are always difficult for the home unions. There's a lot of players injured, not just in England, but right the way across Ireland. We just heard that Sean O'Brien is going to miss the championship. We've got the likes of Tim Visser missing for Scotland. A lot of the Lions players are missing. Parling, Croft, Tuolangi. Flood's gone overseas, so it's difficult for Stuart Lancaster. But I think England will go into it with high hopes. They're obviously all the teams will say they're going in it to win it. England play France away, which is a tough opener, but they've got Ireland and Wales both at home, so I think they'll be looking for a strong campaign.
You mentioned that there's a lot of injuries, particularly for England, so they've brought up a lot of young talent from the Saxon squad. In your mind, is there anyone who's particularly to watch out for, or anyone who will stand out, do you think?
Well, I think if people were to ask me who's England's most important player in this year's Six Nations, I would say Dylan Hartley. I think, from where he's come in the last couple of years, he's the captain of the team that's probably playing the best rugby in England along with Saracens, but I still think Northampton are right up there. He's a really key decision maker, he's a leader. I think for England to play well, they've got to have a good scrum and a good line out and a good set piece. He's absolutely key to that. They've got to have those aggression levels, which he's also key to. So I think for me, he is the real player for England to keep fit and look to.
Firstly, we were just wondering, what's it like to be a part of it?
It's amazing. I mean, really amazing. For me, it's I'm going to say dream come true, but it really is. Although I didn't know this dream actually existed, because this is so new to rugby, so new to sport.
Moving on to your own rugby background, Craig. You mentioned that you're scrum half, but
I was awesome.
Tell us a bit more about it. We've heard you might have been a bit of a hard hitter back in the day.
Yeah, well, you can see by my physical prowess that I was all about power. I was absolutely rubbish. I started playing rugby. My dad was a good player, and I was brought up in rugby clubs. I was in Lansdowne Road watching Ireland play when I was in a pram. Apparently, there's pictures of me somewhere in a pram watching Ireland play. I know the game inside out. I can pass, I can kick, I can catch. But that secret bit that makes you good?
I'm sure it is.
Never had it.
First off, the second row yourself. It's a position that's dominated by a lot of young talent out there now. What makes the modern day second row?
Well, they're athletic bunch now, and really you're looking at the second row and back row almost being interchangeable. So you're looking at guys who've got to be big, got to be strong, got to be powerful. The jumpers, the runners, the catchers, the tacklers. There's still the role of the Bakkies Bota, Evan Etzebeth, big old enforcer. But if you look at England's second rows, slightly slimmer, still pack a hell of a punch. Courtney Law's barrelling into a tackle. He hits hard, but they are incredibly mobile. They're your go-to guys in that middle section of the park a lot of the time. Carry the ball up, win your restarts, win your line-outs. Crucial position. They've always been crucial, but they're a little bit more athletic than they used to be.
Toby Flood says he's moving away to France at the end of the season. As a result, he's lost his England place. What do you think of the rule of not a rule, but not allowing people who play overseas to play for England, or would he have made your team anyway?
I agree with it because we've got such a huge pool of players. You can understand why Wales will continue to select players who've gone abroad, because they don't have that luxury of a huge number of players. You can understand New Zealand not doing it, not allowing it, because otherwise New Zealand would empty, because they want to go and earn their money elsewhere.
Sure.
I can understand it with England. I personally believe that players should be competing against their peers in their domestic league, allowing the selectors to see that. It's a different environment when you start playing in France and coming back over here. So I do agree with it. Toby Flood knew that if he moved to France,
Exactly. Yeah.
he would be out of the England squad. He's won 60 caps. He's done well. No great surprise for him.
Last but not least, who is your favourite BT Rugby Tonight co-presenter?
Sarah Elgin.